Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What I'm going to be doing today is going over like a quick little packing video. So we're flying out tomorrow to Orlando to board the Disney Treasure on Saturday. So we're pretty excited about that. We'll be doing the 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruise out of the Port Canaveral. So what I want to do today is kind of show you a quick little packing video as to what I'm planning to bring on the trip. My wife has already packed our kids up, so if I included what she's bringing from them, the video would be hours long. So what I want to do is kind of show you like a quick rundown as to what I'm going to be bringing on the cruise from like a dad's perspective. At the same time, we'll be kind of sharing some like tips and tricks that we've kind of learned over the years from sailing on the Disney cruise ships. So first things first, when I pack, I do like to use these packing cubes here. So they're like super handy to use, and also on the Disney cruise there's a lot of storage of like drawers and shelves and stuff. So when you first get your luggage back after boarding the cruise, these are nice because you can just kind of open up your suitcase, take them out, and just throw them right into whatever drawer you're going to be using. And at least this way you can take your suitcase, close it up, and store it underneath the bed right away. So it's the nice thing about the Disney cruise ship is they do have storage underneath the beds. So you can slide your suitcases in there underneath, and this way it kind of really, gives you a lot of space in the cruise ship room because, from a cruise standpoint, they are bigger rooms, but they are still pretty tight, especially with a family of 4 like us. So at least this way we can kind of take everything out, throw it away, and put the luggages right underneath the bed to give us as much space as possible. So what I kind of do is I just kind of like section things out. So I have one for, socks and underwear, another one for t-shirts, another one for pants and dress shirts and whatnot. So I kind of portion it out, and just makes things like much easier and organized when we're there. So usually for me, I'll bring, usually like a t-shirt per day, because it is pretty hot down there, so it's nice to be able to have that option to change your shirt every day. I'll bring 4 or 5 pairs of like dress shorts for the dinners and everything like that. I'll usually bring a dress shirt or polo shirt per night for the dinners. I'll usually bring like a sweater or a pullover just because sometimes it is chilly in the cruise ship. With the air conditioning going, or if you're out, on deck late at night watching like the fireworks or a show, for example, sometimes it can get cold, so it's pretty handy to have a sweater or like a pullover or something over with you just to be able to have that option with you. It doesn't take up too much space anyways. I usually bring like a pair of jeans or like dress pants for dinner, so that's kind of what I have here. And yeah, I'll usually bring 2 bathing suits, so I can kind of rotate them throughout the day, especially if, we go into the pool in the morning and then we do lunch and then we want to go in the pool again in the afternoon. No one likes to put on a wet bathing suit. So at least this way, having 2, it gives you that option and flexibility to, swap them in and out. So that's kind of what I'll bring from a clothes perspective. I travel pretty light, but, worst case scenario, if I do ever need to do laundry on the cruise ship, Disney Cruise does have laundry services there. And so worst case, if I need an extra couple shirts, I can just throw them in. And the one cool thing about the Disney laundry services is the laundry machines, they'll sync to your Disney Navigator app. So once you put a load in, you can just kind of tap your magic band, and then it'll let you know when your load is ready. So you're not just kind of like wasting your day just sitting there, waiting for the laundry to finish. So you can, put a load of laundry in, you can go back to the pool, or you can go have lunch, or you can do whatever you want. So at least this way it's kind of nice because you're, not really, burdened down by sitting down and just waiting for your laundry to finish. So that's always a worst case scenario. I've never had to do it, but it's nice to know that option is there. Ultimate worst case scenario is, I'm a sucker for merch. So if I need an extra shirt, there's tons of stores on the ship too, so I can always, buy something if I need to, and I most likely will. So some other things that I like to bring is some shoes, So I have a couple different shoes that I bring. So I'll be bringing just like a pair of like running shoes, a pair of like dressier shoes for like dinners. I have like a pair of like Sperry loafers. I also have a pair of Crocs. So I'll be wearing these Crocs just kind of like, you know, around the pool, stuff like that. So as you bring, you know, 2 or 3 pairs of shoes. Yeah, and then I just have like my general toiletries. So, you know, I don't bring shampoo or conditioner or body wash just because on the Disney cruise ships, they have the H2O brand on there. So they do supply it, and really, really love it. So there's no real need for me to bring that, but I just bring your basics like deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. So we also do bring our own sunscreen. So we kind of have all this like this packed up here. So we have different sunscreens for ourselves and the kids. Just because if you don't bring it, it is very expensive to buy on the ship. So we usually tend to overpack, you know, what we buy, what we bring on the ship for sunscreen, just because, you know, it's very expensive to buy on the ship. Another thing that I do like to bring is this kind of like a bag full of like supplements. So this will have, you know, vitamin C, different supplements that I take on a regular basis. Just being on the cruise ship, it's the amount of people there. I really like to try to boost my levels with this stuff just to avoid getting sick. So I'll bring a giant bag of supplements to take with me there, and I'll take them on a daily basis just when I kind of get up in the morning or with breakfast. What else do I have in here? This is a swim bag for the kids. This is like some wet bags, dry bags, stuff like that, just to kind of have like a pool bag, sorry, that's what I meant to say. So I'll kind of bring that, and yeah, that's pretty much it, kind of what I'm going to be packing. So like I said, I pack pretty light. I got 2 hats. So I have it's a Titleist hat, but it's also got Donald Duck on there. So I picked this up actually last time when we were at Disney at the Lake Buena Vista Golf Pro Shop. So I'll bring that Titleist rope hat. I have just this super faded Disney Vans. I bought this maybe 5 years ago when that line came out, and I just love it. I bring it every trip that I go on. It's super faded. I wish they'd bring it back so I could replace it, but I'll bring that. And also just bringing this hat. This is the my Roosevelt's hat. So I love the Roosevelt's brand. So I'll be rocking that on the cruise ship. Yeah, so just some other kind of small hacks and tips that I have here that kind of we bring with us. So we do have these magnetic hook magnets. So these are great to use on the cruise ship because most of the walls on the cruise ship are magnetic. So we can just kind of put these all around as we want. They're good just for hanging random things like you know, hats or lanyards or side bags or whatever it is. So we always bring those with us. I also like to kind of bring just like a little like side bag. So, you know, if we do go on any of the ports, go out on any of the ports in the day, I'll just bring this with me. Just I'm not carrying like a big backpack. So this is kind of good because I'll just throw there's a bit of cash in here and sunglasses and my wallet, whenever it is. So I'll bring this with me. I also like to bring just like a small, like a gift card or like an old one. Because the Disney staterooms, they're powered by kind of like a key port. So right when you walk into the door, usually there's a little key port where you have to insert a card in order to power the lights and the air conditioning on the room. So we'll just bring like an old gift card or whatever, and we'll just kind of put it in there. So then this will power kind of the whole stateroom for the day. So you're not actually using like one of your family's like key to the world cards. So we have that. So I'll just kind of bring that to put in there. Also going to be bringing our magic bands. So we do have the new Disney magic bands that came out. So the cruise ships have recently been transitioning over to kind of a magic band system from the Key to the World system. So it's kind of nice just because, you know, you're used to wearing this when you're at the Disney parks. And at the same time, you're not kind of carrying like, you know, your lanyard around or your Key to the World. So you can kind of tap this around, you know, for purchases or to open your door or whatever. So I'll be bringing my magic band with me. And the cool thing about these new ones too is they do have kind of that light interactive feature. So what I've seen on some recent videos and vlogs of other people who've been on the Disney Treasure is these will actually light up and kind of sync to different events. So if you're at like you know, one of the deck parties, for example, or if you're in like the Marvel restaurant, these will kind of like blink and light up. So it's kind of cool. I mean, our kids like it. So I'll be bringing a Magic Band with me. Also, what I like to do too is I'll bring like a Disney gift card with real money on it, not a used one like I was saying a couple minutes ago. You know, we're traveling from Canada, so you know, when we use the Disney gift cards, we do get a bit of a break on the exchange rate. So if there's any international travelers, this might be something good for you to look into, because we do put our credit card on file for the Disney Cruise account. But the issue is when our credit card charges at the end of the trip, usually the bank will charge us like an additional, you know, couple cents per dollar. You know, that does add up over time. So the thing that we found with the Disney gift cards is that they will charge the exact exchange rate for that moment. So, you know, we'll bring a bunch of Disney gift cards, and at the end of the cruise, you know, we'll go to guest services, and they allow you to pay off your account using the Disney gift cards. So it's just like a small hack that saves a bit of money, just because, you know, you're already spending a lot on the Disney cruise. So, you know, you can save like, you know, $50 or whatever by doing this. It's a good little hack. So we usually bring some gift cards with us. You know, worst case, we don't use them. Yeah, we'll just save them for the next Disney trip, which there's always one booked. Another thing that we do is we do bring some popcorn buckets from previous trips. So on the Disney cruise ship, you can refill these. And it costs like, I think, $1.25 to refill them. So it's a quick little cheap snack when you're doing the, you know, the shows after dinner, or if you are, you know, going to the theater to watch a movie, for example. So you can buy them on the Disney cruise ship, but I think they're like about $10 to $12 for the first purchase. And then you can refill them after that for the $1.25. But we just bring them from our old trips, and 9 times out of 10 the cast members don't care, and they just refill them for the dollar. So we just bring them with us just because we have 2 kids, so one for each of them, so they don't fight over the popcorn. So if you do have them from your previous trips, there's no harm in bringing them. Worst case, you know, a cast member won't fill it, so you can maybe just bring it to another one, or ultimate worst case scenario, you just buy the new bucket again if they're having any troubles with it. But we always bring them with us, just again to save a bit of money. So that's pretty much it. You know, what I'm going to be bringing. If you do have any questions about the Disney cruise, this will be our 7th Disney cruise. So the last one we were on was the Disney Wish. And then we used a placeholder that we bought on the Disney Wish to book the Disney Treasure. So the placeholders are good to buy when you're on the cruise ship, just because they do give you a significant discount on any upcoming trips, and they're fully refundable. So, you know, if you decide, you know, you're not going to be taking a trip, you can go out all your money back, and the placeholders do get you 10% off any upcoming cruises, plus the money that you use to buy the placeholder also gets credited on to your next cruise. So that's what we did on our last trip when we were on the Disney Wish. We used it to buy the stateroom for the Treasure that we're going on. So yeah, so if you have any questions about the Disney cruise, just drop us a comment below, and we're always glad to answer and help out when we can. You know, we are excited to be going on the Treasure. You know, it's very similar to the Wish from a layout perspective, from, you know, the videos and vlogs that we've been watching. Really the only main difference to me anyways is kind of like the theming. So, you know, there are different, you know, restaurants in place. So for example, like the Star Wars Lounge is now the Haunted Mansion Lounge, for example. The Coco restaurant has taken over from Frozen. So, you know, the idea and concepts of the ship are the same, but You know, we're excited to kind of explore the new ship, and what we'll be doing is we'll be kind of recording and vlogging along the way, taking you guys with us through the trip. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got to show you today. But again, any questions, comments, just let us know. We'll be glad to answer them. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.